Hey everybody, it's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia. I'm just going to make sure that I am actually broadcasting to my page. So let's just see here. Doesn't want to seem to cooperate. Okay. That's all right. Okay, let's see. Oh, there I am. Yay! So that's working. Yay. And then I'll just make sure that my actual voice is going through too, because there's sort of two parts. Yes. Hi, Ellie. How are ya? Hi, Keisha. How you doing? Okay, they changed streaming. Hi, Mo. No sound. There's sound on here, so it might be on the device that you're watching. The sound might be turned off, so have a check with that, because it's actually the sound is okay. If you don't have it, you should have like, what do they call it, captions, Mo? You should have a caption so you can read what I'm saying, hopefully. Yeah. Hi, Leanne. How are ya? All the way from Perth. Okay, you guys. So can you guess what we're going to work on today? We're going to work on Jingle, Jingle, Jingle. The reason I was a little bit confused with my setup today was, you know, when you get used to doing something over and over, like using a streaming system. So as you guys know, I use StreamYard. Today they decided that they would just change it. They would change the entire way that I sign on and how I access stuff. And so I was a bit confused, but it seems to be working. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Well, you guys are all popping on. Okay, so today we're going to use, as I said, Jingle, 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 which is the most adorable stamp set. We made a couple of cards together. We're going to make another one today. And they are all from the free PDF tutorial that customers in Canada and the United States can earn for free, just with any size purchase in my store. If you're Canadian, you go to Stamp Crazy with Alison. And in the US, it's my border buddy, Patsy Waggoner in Minnesota. She's at stamps2diefor.com. So let's get started. Let's go over there. And I'm just going to highlight. There we go. So as some of you may know, I had my sister Mo visiting. We both went to the Stampin' Up! Mini convention. It was an all-day event on Saturday, and we had so much fun. And we were both sort of thinking, gosh, you know, it'd be nice to go, but we haven't been anywhere in about 3 years because of COVID. And we were both pleasantly surprised, I guess, at how awesome it was to be back together with people and stamping. So that was fun. So I'm using this set, and I did talk to you just a minute ago about the free PDF, and this is what it looks like. So there are 6 different card designs, and the instructions are here for all 6, including all the supplies that you need. And then here's a card we made last week. All the paper dimensions are listed here, so you can cut and then put it together. So you get the step-by-steps, and you get a nice picture so you can know what you're doing, okay? So this PDF this month for November uses the fantastic Santa Express Memories and More cards. So I wanted to show you those. This comes in a pack of 20. You get 10 of the shaded spruce ones and 10 envelopes. And then you get 10 of the Poppy Parade. I love this one because you can use either the dots, or you can just use the plain side. And then, of course, it's got a coordinating envelope too. And you can mix and match. So love that. This makes your card making so easy because you don't even have to cut base cards in your envelope. And it's just awesome. And they're white on the inside so that, you know, sometimes if you've got a cardstock cut, you have to then cut a white piece to go inside so that you've got something to write on. But these are white core, so you've got the white on the inside. Alrighty, so let's get started. All is good. Yay! I'm glad. We're going to start with one of the shaded spruce And you've got one that's sort of got a, almost like a water stain on it, I guess, like if it was splattered. And the other side is plain. So you can choose which side you want to do. Either one is fine. So we've got that. And then I'm going to use the little envelope with the polka dots that just match. I like that one. So I'm going to just set that aside for a sec because we've got other things we're going to do. We're going to use the Whimsical Woodland 3D embossing folder. And we've cut a piece of basic white. I'm just going to turn to the card that I'm making. So I've got the dimensions here for you guys. We've cut the piece of basic white to 3.5 by 5.5. And then I've taken this folder and I've inserted my basic white. Okay, like so. I've taken it to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the large one. And I've run it through, and then here we go. We've got this adorable embossed trees. I think these remind me kind of the Grinch. I don't know why. It's for that kind of whimsical trees, right? Hi, Donna. How are you? Oh, hi, Cynthia. Thank you for sharing. You're from Hazen, North Dakota. Oh, wow. Nice to see you on here. My border buddy, the woman that I do all my stuff with, she lives in Minnesota, in Alexandria, Minnesota. So I know that's not far from North Dakota, right? Pretty sure. I think she goes up to North Dakota quite frequently. Her mother-in-law actually might live in North Dakota. I think I've got it right. I've got all the geography right. So check her out. It's stampstodiefor.com, Patsy Waggoner. Well, I'm glad you're doing well, Donna. Okay, so we've got that embossed. And now we've got a piece of Poppy Parade. Don't you love this color? It's not quite as dark as Real Red. And it's not quite as bright as the Sweet Sorbet. I really like this color, although it is more of an orange red, I guess, than a blue red, I'd say. So we've got this cut just 1/4 inch bigger than our embossed piece. Okay, so that means that it's cut to 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we can go ahead and glue that on. So do that. Now, if you wanted to, you've got a choice. You could actually pop it up with some dimensionals if you wanted to add a little bit more interest. You could pop the white up on the poppy, and that would be nice. So we've got that. Okay, so now I can go ahead and I'm going to just go ahead and glue this on. Again, you could pop it up. It's up to you. Okay, and I'm going to use the side that's got the, what I call, looks like it's got water splatter on it. But you can use either side. So there we go. Should have made sure that my trees were going the right way. Luckily they are. Phew. All right. Now I'm going to take a piece of basic white. This piece is cut 3.5 by 3.5. And I'm going to take the Shaded Spruce ink pad. And we're going to today be using, I'm just going to pop that down. We're going to be using Jingle. But you see how you've got the outside? So you could stamp that in a color, and then this is a 2-step, and you can stamp it on the inside. And we have done one of those cards earlier in the month, but I'm just going to use the jingle that's kind of decorated with all the different, dots and whatnot. Okay, so that's all I'm going to use on that. And then I'm also going to use the string of lights. Okay, so let's grab Jingle, Jingle, Jingle. Let's jingle away here. So we've got our Shaded Spruce, and I'm going to stamp near the top here. Okay. I love photopolymer, right? Because you can see where you're stamping. Then I'm going to grab those lights, and instead of stamping them in the Memento ink, which is what we usually do, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep the theme and do it in the Shaded Spruce. And then we're going to stamp Jingle, Jingle one more time underneath. I've committed. I sort of put that down before I wanted to, but that should be okay. There we go. Okay. So that is our stamping done. Now I'm going to color in my lights, and look at this color combination. I love this. Let's see what we've got here. I'm just going to lay them all out because they look so pretty. Okay, and they look like really old-fashioned light colors in my mind. So we've got Poppy Parade Dark. We've got Dark Tahitian Tide, Dark Daffodil, Dark, oh gosh, what's this one? Shaded Spruce? Or Light Shaded Spruce, sorry. I guess the dark's too dark. And Dark Pumpkin Pie. So let's color those in. I'm just going to use the bullet end. And I'm just really coloring this just as if it was not blending anything. Just using it just as almost like just like a marker, right? So got that. Oh, let's do a daffodil. I hope everybody's keeping well. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? And then I've got I love this color. This Tahitian Tide. How cool is this? This really does look like the lights from my childhood. These colors that we're picking here. And I think we'll do pumpkin. Now, I had a little issue with my pumpkin one. And if you've ever had it where you pull off the lid and then the barrel comes out, sometimes if you just squeeze it on, I can't do it on camera, but I just held it tighter and pulled, then it doesn't come out, okay? So don't despair if that happens. Just make sure that you are making sure that you punch that back in so that it doesn't dry out. And then last, we've got Shaded Spruce. Okay, there we go. Love that. All right, we can set that aside for a sec. I'm going to bring in a piece of the Poppy Parade. And I'm going to use the basic border dies. If you don't have these, you guys need to get these, okay? And these are the ones we've used in the past. We've got these clouds. We've used that in the past. We've got an arch. This really pretty, here you go. I'll show you here. I don't know what you call that, but I like it. It's pretty. And then just some other designs. So this is a V, and then we've got this shape here. So really nice. But we're going to use today what I would call the Rick Rack. It looks like that. And I'm just going to put it down the middle of my piece. I'm going to grab a piece of my tape. I'm doing well. Thank you, Marilyn. Except I've got this, I don't know if it's an allergy. I don't feel like it's a cold, but my nose just keeps on streaming. I have no idea why. It's been doing it for weeks, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm trying really hard not to sniff. Okay, so we're going to bring in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. We've got plate number 3, plate number 2, and then we're going to stick our little Rick Rack on here and run it through. I did a video. Did you guys see it? The video where I showed all the different plates that work with different applications. So like dies, and then the regular embossing folders, and then the 3D embossing folders. And I did a little quick video. I mean, like maybe it's like 6 minutes long, so really easy to watch. But if you haven't seen it, I did post it. And it really does work, the sandwiches that I've given you on what works best. So when we take that off, I'm going to put it back in its little container so I don't lose stuff. Okay. And then we end up with 2 pieces that look like that. All right. Now we want to glue it on so that just the little peaks are going to show. Okay. So I think the easiest thing is to apply the glue to the red. I think that's what I'm going to do, as opposed to putting the glue on the back of my white, because I think I'm just asking for trouble if I do that. It'll probably stick to my work surface. I'm just going to do that. I like white glue, as you guys know. It gives me an opportunity to sort of play with it a bit. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do the same on this piece. So I'm just going to go up to the kind of the edge here and then go down. Yeah, there we go. How did you miss those dies? And Leanne, they're on sale, right? Because we've got our 3-day sale, or what do we call this sale? Gosh, somebody help me. What's the sale called, you guys? The demonstrators. It's called something, like a specific name. Anybody? Help, anybody? I'm going to just bring this a little closer to me, you guys. Hopefully it won't go out of screen, but I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do it like that. There we go. Our spectacular sales, because it's spectacular. So they're on sale, those dies. So make sure you get them before the 18th, right? So sale started yesterday, goes to Friday. Tons of stuff on sale. Designer series paper, dies, stamps. Make sure you check it all out, okay? You've got the same thing, Marilyn? Yeah, I think it is going around. It's just a runny nose. It's not like, but it's streaming, and it's just driving me nuts. All right, let's actually, I'm trying to decide if I want to stick this on and then, yeah, I'll stick them on, I guess. Oh, I love these. Aren't these adorable? This is part of the cards that we're making too. Flat Jingle Bell trinkets, so cute. So these are used on a couple of the cards in the PDF. And we're just going to align them there, jingle, jingle. And then let's grab the 2022-2024 in color Baker's Twine pack. We're going to use the Sweet Sorbet. So let's grab that. Oops. Okay. Now, this is a little bit, one of those things that people hate tying bows, right? At least my customers tend to. This is one of those times where you're trying to tie the bow, but you're also trying to glue them to the card front. Like it's like, oh. So here's what I think will work best. I'm going to make sure I get those through. I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow. Thank goodness they are too long. I look like a cat. So I need them cut short. I like to have them really, really short. And so I can't wait to go tomorrow and get them all cut off. My goodness. So it's hard to hold. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And because the other thing, of course, because I have one eye, you guys don't have one eye, but you guys know what I mean. I have one eye that never recovered from a retina detachment. And so trying to thread a needle or a hole, even though this hole is big, for me is challenging. So bear with me. Yeah, see. Anyway, let's talk amongst ourselves. I'll get it. I will get this if it kills me. I'm going to move it up closer to my eye. See, then I could do it easy. There we go. Okay, so here's our two little jingle bells, and I want them to be on my card. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this is to run that through, and then let's glue these down, and then we'll tie a bow. Okay, so I'm going to grab my glue dots. These are my paper pumpkin glue dots. So if it's just one of the benefits of of subscribing to Paper Pumpkin is you get these awesome glue dots. They're flat and they are I like them way better than our regular glue dots. Now our regular glue dots are good for specific applications, but when you want it just flat, I like these because the other ones have sort of a dimension and they kind of stand up a bit, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure I've got enough thread here to tie a bow. Yeah, that should do it. I'm going to glue that down, and I'm going to glue that one kind of off center like that. Oops, just a second here. Oop, there we go. And then I'm going to tie my bow, and then I'll cut it off. Okay, so it's a little bit finicky, but it's not really hard or anything. So let's cut that off. So we've got a little bit easier to cut. Oh, they are. Yes. They are good, those dental flossy things. And you would know that, Leanne, being a dental nurse. You would know that. It wouldn't really help me because I'd still have to thread it. And that's the problem with my eye. So it will help somebody else, but not for me because it's threading it. These holes are really large and I don't think they're any smaller than, they're probably actually larger than the floss holes or similar, right? Okay, isn't that cute? Love that. Oops, out of frame. Oops, so cute. So let's bring this back in. Here's our card front. Let's grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. I think we should dimensional this. I think we should pop this whole piece up. So let's do that. These cards this month are really, really sweet, and they're not time consuming. The only one that I would say is a kind of a more avid one is the one I'll show you in a minute that we made together a couple of weeks ago. And it was the one where we used the Stamparatus. Do you remember that one? I'll show you. I'll remind you by showing you. Let's get that. This actual piece, this is now larger than the 3.5 by the 3.5. Oh my goodness, come on. Really? There we go. So I might actually, because I don't want it to sag. Nothing worse than a saggy middle. Let's put 9 on here. Okay. Beat that over. And then we're just gonna line this up. That looks pretty good. I don't want it in the middle. I kind of want it more to the top. Isn't that cute? How sweet is this card? It's so sweet. Let's add some Wink of Stellars. Okay. Make those little lights sparkle. You might not be able to see this on camera, but just adding Wink of Stella and having them shine like that really adds something. So that's our card for today. Isn't that cute? Then, as I said, we've got our matching envelope, and it's white inside. So you could stamp something on the inside, right? There's a stamp all the way. So jingle all the way. You could actually go all the way. That would be cute. Lots of room to write your greeting. Okay, so that's the card for today. But let me remind you about the other cards we made. And all of these two cards I'm going to show you are also in the PDF. Okay, if you don't want to, if you don't make an order, you can purchase the PDF. It's $13 US, and you can find that at the same link on I've posted a link, lots of links to my classes. So if you just go there and pick the Jingle Jingle Jingle, you'll see there's an option to just get the PDF. Okay. Anyway, so here's the Jolly. Now this is the one that was a little more challenging because we had to use the Stamparatus to line up our letters in different colors. But it wasn't hard. We did it. So isn't that cute? And a lot of the cards, I should say, a lot of the cards that are in the PDF include patterns from the Celebrate Everything host DSP. Look at this paper. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at this. There's 48 12 by 12 sheets in this. They're fantastic. Lots of patterns to choose from. Some of them I've got repeated here, but tons of choices. And then, of course, the other side. And it covers tons of holidays, so even better. I love the brightness of it, and it goes beautifully with those Santa Express memory cards and more. Okay, so here we go. Here's another one that we did. Now, this time we just colored the leaf with the Stampin' Blends. And then again, we've got our two adorable little flat bells there, our little trinkets there. And then we've also got the string of lights, and we've colored them, and then we've used the Wink of Stella. So these are 3 of the cards that are from the PDF. Isn't that cute? If you live in Canada and you would like me to cut a set of like a class kit for you, I can do that. That's also an option. It's really reasonable. It's $22 Canadian. You get 4 cards. You get the PDF. You get the envelopes, because all the cards are made using the Santa Express memories and more cards and envelopes. Okay. So you're going to get 4 of those and all the instructions, and $22 includes the postage. So it's a really good deal. And you get all the little embellishments and everything that you need to create those 4 cards. So check that out. So those are cute. And then here's another card I made a long time ago using the same Jingle Jingle Jingle. Believe in the magic. Don't you love the little Santa hat? That's one of the images. And then lastly, we've got this one. Another example using the Jingle Jingle Jingle. Okay. So how cute is this, right? Isn't it cute? I think so. Here we go. Cute, cute, cute. All right. Okay, it's 3:25. So you see how fast that was? They really you can really whip the cards up quite quickly. So fun. Isn't it fun, Keisha? It's so cute. So you can order the PDF if you live in Canada or the US. It's a little bit different than the other classes that I do with Ange McKay, where we can only, we choose to sell the PDF only to US residents, but Canadians can buy the PDF from me too. What else do I have to tell you? We've got the spectacular sale on right now, so check that out. If you're on my newsletter, you would have seen that. And what else? I have one class kit left for the fitting florets. I don't know if you noticed, but the gold embellishments have sold out. They're not available, but if you're in my class, you're going to get a set. So that's really the only way you can get them now. So join my class. Again, it's under the links. If you live outside of Canada, you can buy the PDF for that one too. Okay. Oh, thanks, Leanne. They're really fun. They're really, like, I love them. They're really whimsical and cute, right? Any other questions? Let's see. I don't think so. I think I got everybody. Yes? I think so. Yeah. So thanks, you guys, for joining me today. And I will see you again on Sunday. So Sunday at 10 a.m., my regular scheduled time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I'll be back here with another project. So I'll see you then. Until then, have a really great rest of the week. Hope you get some creative time in. Bye for now.